This conference will now be recorded.
Today, let us enter into the next part of our course, that is web technologies, or even we call it as UI design. Web technologies are UI design or front-end design. UI means user interface. So the content, whatever we display on the browser, when you are going with a web application, a web application is a collection of web pages. The content, whatever we display on the browser, that content we display onto the web browser using this web technologies. And the contents what we are going to discuss is, we go with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, XML, JSON, JavaScript. We go with Bootstrap, TypeScript, and Angular. So these are the web technologies what we are going to cover. And in this, today we'll go with HTML. In next class tomorrow we go with CSS, XML, and JSON. So a basic idea of XML and JSON is required to understand the advanced Java. Then next class we go with JavaScript. So totally three classes here. Then Bootstrap is self-learning for you. It's very simple. It's a library. I'll explain more on Bootstrap also later. So after completion of CSS JavaScript, I'll be elaborating about Bootstrap. It's a very simple library. It's a CSS library. We call it as CSS library. Okay. So we'll share the recording. I'll be sharing the recording. So by using that, you can easily manage Bootstrap. It's very simple. Then at the end, means after completion of frameworks, Java frameworks, we'll be doing this TypeScript and Angular. So when I go with Angular only, at that time only, we'll be understanding TypeScript code. Now for today, let us go with HTML initially. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for what? Hypertext Markup Language. The main use of going with HTML is used to develop static web pages. This static word is very important. Static, dynamic, two words are there. Let me elaborate about static. So whenever you go with a web page, the content whatever we are displaying, once you fill the data, when you click on submit button, nothing will happen. Means no code will get executed when you click on submit button. That is the meaning of static, only presentation purpose. It's only for what? Presentation, to display only the content on browser. If you click on submit, so if some action is going to generate some results, if you are getting, that we call it as dynamic. So using JavaScript, we go with the dynamic. So more about dynamic we'll discuss later when we come to JavaScript. Then HTML is used to present the data onto the web page. Only to do the presentation. It's only for the presentation, or to display the content. You can say some content onto the web page. What makes a HTML file? A HTML file is a collection of tags. Even we call it as elements. What makes HTML file? It's a collection of tags or elements. A tag contains a open tag and a closed tag. A tag contains what? A open tag and a closed tag. So the syntax of tag is like, we go with the angular brackets. Here we go with the tag name. This we call it as the open tag. And when we say slash tag name, when we use slash symbol, it is close tag. In between the tag, we go with the content. Based on the tag, the content will be presented on the browser screen. Like example, if you use b tag and say welcome /b, then welcome is presented as bold onto the browser screen. B is for what? Bold. So like that, just learning the tags completes our HTML. Clear up to here, all of you? Any questions? Right? Now let us see how the HTML file looks. Structure of a HTML file. So HTML file is what? Collection of tags. The first tag what we use is HTML. This we call it as the root tag. And this is the way to write the comments in HTML. How to write comments? Less than symbol, exclamation, hyphen, hyphen, end with again hyphen, hyphen, greater than symbol. So this content is not displayed on the browser. It's for comment purpose. Then close your HTML. In this HTML, it goes with the two subtags, head section, head tag, and body tag. In head, it goes with one more subtag, title. This title is mainly to display title for the browser window. And in the body tag, we go with the content of web page. Content of web page, we do it in the body tag. Way to write our HTML codes. Way to write our HTML code is, we can write this HTML code using any text editors. You can make use of any text editors like Notepad, Notepad++, Edit+, Text Edit. Then we can use Eclipse. Then Sublime Text. Then we can go with Visual Studio Code. The Visual Studio Code is most recommended. Right? So in our case also we'll be going with Visual Studio Code. Now let us see how to download this. Download Visual Studio Code. When we call it as VS Code. Just you can open search engine like Google and you can say Visual Studio Code download. Let me take you to this. Open search engine like Google and search for Visual Studio Code download. The first link, whatever you are getting, download Visual Studio Code. Yeah, so we can find here code.visualstudio.com. In this page, you can find download operation. This is the URL you can use. In this page, you can find a link to download for your respective operating system. You can download it for your respective operating system. So once you click on this download, it's going to download the file. So whatever the file it's downloading, just we need to install that. So here it's downloading. So once it downloads this Visual Studio Code, just run this application to install Visual Studio Code. So based on your operating system, you can download and install it. Simple installation. Then once the installation is completed, you can find a shortcut on your desktop. Once the installation is complete, you can find what? A shortcut on your desktop. Run this application. Run this application. Then it's going to show the welcome screen. You can close this. Now, Whenever you want to create a new HTML file, just go to this file and say new text file. Save the file first. Save the file. So we are saving in C drive 2024, the current year, Java Online 5, our batch. In that, I've created a folder HTML. In that, let me save the file. I'm saving it as welcome.html. The extension what we give for HTML file is .html. Save it. Now start writing the code. What is our first tag? HTML. Then next one, head section. In between head section, you can go with the title. We display the title like welcome. And in body tag, we go with the content. Like example, we'll say welcome to HTML. That's it. Save this file, file save. And even we are having one option like auto save. If you make a check mark to this auto save, you need not save the file. The file will get saved automatically while typing only. Now, once we type the code, then how to open this file? We have to just open this file in the browser. Just to go to the folder where your file is located. In our case, the file is located in this HTML folder. Just to go to the folder where file is located, just to double click on this file, welcome, it's going to open in the default browser. So in my case, it is Chrome, and see it's saying the title is welcome and the content is welcome to HTML. Right? Now, if I display one more content, like we'll say something like hello world, then if you come back to browser, since the file is already open, just come back to browser and say refresh here. So the content will get displayed here. Now I want to display this hello world in the next lines. I want to break the line. To go to new line, we use the tag br. Br is used for what? To break the lines. How many br tags we use? That many line gaps we get. And hr tag is for drawing a horizontal line. See here, come back to browser and say refresh. We get the line gaps and draws one horizontal line. And draws the horizontal line. Then if I want to go with some background color for your web page, then to go with background color for your web page, along with the body tag, we use one attribute, bg color. Bg color, we call it as an attribute, and we are going with some value like yellow. In text color, we'll say some red. I'm giving text color as red. So bg color and text are attributes, and the background color we are making it as yellow, and the text color is red. Now see, when we refresh our page, we get the background color as yellow and see the text color red color, right? So what are the tags we have seen? Body, bg color equal to yellow, text equal to red. What is the use of this tag? Sets the background color of web page as yellow with the text color as red. BR tag used to break the line, new line, to go to new line. HR tag used to draw a horizontal line, right? I'll be sharing the programs. Clear up to here, everyone? Any questions? No. Let us move to the next tags. Heading tags. Heading tags. H1 to H6 tags are used to create headings. In this, H1 is the big size and H6 is the small size. Right? Let us understand this with the program headings.html. Open Visual Studio Code. And even close this file. So whenever you want to create new file, you can say file, new text file. Save the file first. Headings.html. It is optional, or we can even make use of to generate the template. Simple way to generate template is just to type exclamation and press enter key. Exclamation, press enter key. The complete template, complete HTML template you are going to get here. Okay. So directly in the body tag you can write the code. So this code is related to heading. I'll say the title as heading. Now come to body tag and write the code here. Now here we'll see H1. I am heading 1. I'm heading 1. Like that, you can generate 6 headings. H2, I'm heading 2. H3, H4, H5. H6. Now see how to open this file in browser. From Visual Studio Code also we can open this file in browser. How to do is just right click and you can see the option open in default browser. If it is not available, if it is not visible, what you can do is here you can find extensions. These box shaped symbols, we call them as extensions. If you click on these extensions, here here we have to search for open in browser. Search for what? Open in browser. Then you get the option open in browser and you can find install. Here already I have installed, so I'm getting uninstall. Here you can find what here? Install. So what you need to do? You need to click on this. That's it. Then you can find the option of open in browser extension. Just to close this. Even if you just click on this boxes, that will get closed. Now, so just say right click and say open in browser. So we are getting headings. Heading 1 is bigger size, heading 6 is smaller size. So this one to generate HTML boilerplate code, or we say template. Type exclamation and press enter key. But to generate the HTML template. Next one, paragraph style. P tag is used to create paragraphs. Using P tag, we can align the text. We can align the text to left. This is by default. Center and right. Using align attribute, we make use of align attribute. Let us understand with the program. Paragraph.html. File, new text file, save it. Paragraph.html. I'm directly going with HTML, body tag, head section, everything is optional. And here we go with paragraph. I am paragraph 1. One more paragraph. I am paragraph 2. One more. I am paragraph 3. Open in browser, right click and say open in browser. See, we are getting paragraph 1 to 3 and it is automatic line break. When you go with headings and paragraphs, it is automatic line break. Now we want to make paragraph to be center aligned, paragraph 3 right aligned. Then here we have to use align attribute. Then say align equal to center, align equal to right. Now see, when you refresh your page, we get this paragraph to be center aligned, paragraph 3 right aligned. The next important one are formatting tags. We are having the formatting tags like B is for bold, I for italic, U for underline, SCP is for superscript, SCB is for subscript, strike to strike the text, font to set the font style, size and color of the text, and pre-formatted text. Now let us understand with the program formatting. File, new text file, save it as formatting.html. Here we use b tag, we'll say hello. So see, when we open in browser, that hello will come in bold. It's coming in bold. You want to make it under italic, then we can use I tag. I is for italic. You want to even go with underline, then you can use U tag. U is for underline. Now this hello will come in bold, italic and underline. Right? Now we want to display a date on browser. So for example, I want to display like 27th May 2024. I want to display this date on browser. Then see, when you refresh, we get see in the same line. TH is coming in the same line. This TH you want to make it upside like a superscript. Then for this TH we have to use SUP. SUP means superscript. So the content whatever you keep in between SUP tag, this will go as superscript. Now see, when you refresh, TH will go as superscript. Now we want to display the chemical representation of water. What is that? H2O. 2 should go as subscript, H2O. So 2 I want to make it as subscript. Then we use SUB tag. SUB is for subscript. Now we want to display the content like the Titan watches are now flat, right? 50%, 60% off. So this 50% I want to strike off. Then we use which tag? Strike tag. We use strike tag for this one. So we can even use del also. Same content. Instead of strike, the latest version we use del. Del is for deleting. In strike off. This also will be strike off. Then next one, font. Font face equal to Arial, style is Arial, size equal to some 5, color equal to some blue. We'll say some content like welcome. Now welcome is going to come as Arial style, size 5 and blue color. Now we want to display a source code, like it can be a C language source code file or Python or Java, whatever it may be. I want to display the source code. For example, if I go with Java, we'll say here public class hello public static void main string array args, and will display the content dot out dot println hello world. Now see, when you refresh your page, everything will come in the same line. So it's not coming in the format what I typed. So mainly whenever you want to display the source codes on your browser with the same format, then we use the tag pre tag. We go for what? Pre means pre-formatted text. So whatever the format we are having, in that format only we want to display. Then in that case, we go with this pre tag. So mainly to display the source codes on your browser, we make use of pre tag here. Clear all of you up to here? Any questions? Understanding HTML is very simple, just learning the tags. Next one, list. So let us understand about this using the diagram. So here we are having two types of list, ordered list and unordered list. When you go with ordered list, it's like a sequence, like numeric 1 to 3, Roman 1 to 3, small Roman 1 to 3, capital ABC, small ABC. So to go with ordered list, we use the tag OL. OL means ordered list. Type equal to, can pass either numeric 1, capital I, small I, capital A or small a. If you are not using type attribute, it goes with the default numeric 1 to 3. LI is to list the items. Then unordered list. So we are having unordered list like disks, squares and circles. To go with unordered list, we go with UL, and in the type attribute you can pass either a disk or square or circle. And if no type attribute, default it takes circle. And LI is to list the items. LI is for listing the items. Now, let us write the code. Let us save it as list.html. Here initially we go with OL. OL type equal to capital A, and we'll say LI programming languages, like databases, like web technologies. Now see, when we open in browser, see we are getting the list as capital ABC. Now under this programming languages, we want to go with sublist. Under databases, sublist. Under web technology, sublist. Then how to do that one is, under programming languages, again you can say OL type equal to small I. Then we'll say LI C C++, LI Java. Under databases, again we want to go with sublist, we'll say UL type equal to square. We can say LI Oracle, LI MySQL, LI SQL Server. Again web technology sublist, we'll say simple UL, no type attribute, LI HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Once we refresh your page, so we are getting the sublist. Small Roman 1 to 3, squares and circles. Default one is circle. The next concept here is inserting images. In order to insert the image, we use img tag. Img tag is used to insert an image with the specified width and height. Okay, now let us understand with the program. image.html. In our folder, we are having a image tulips. We are having an image tulips. This image we want to display on the browser. Then let us write the code. Save it. Image.html. We use img src attribute. We have to use src attribute. To this attribute, we need to pass the image where it is the name of the image. You can mention the width and you can go with height. That's it. Now, if you open in browser, so we get the image of size 200 by 200 pixel here. Right? Now, if the image is located in some other folder, then you can give the path where the file is located. That mention the path where the file is located. If HTML file and image file located in same folder, no need to go with path. If the file is present in some other folder, we have to mention the path here. Now, once you mention the path, since the image is not present in the xxx folder, we are not getting the image. So due to some reasons, if the image is not getting displayed, I want to display a message over the image. That we can do by using an attribute alt. We make use of attribute alt. Alt means alternate. So we'll go with that message like image cannot be displayed. Now see, when you refresh your page, since the image is not getting displayed, we get the message over the image cannot be displayed. So to do that, we use alt attribute. Right? The next and very important one, this is very important and this we use more in our applications, that is creating hyperlinks or hypertext. What is hyperlink? Is a hyperlink is a text or image, when clicked opens another HTML page. A tag, anchor tag is used to create hyperlinks. Like example, we use a href equal to page2.html page2. Page2.html page2. In this, page2 is an hyperlink. When clicked, opens page2.html. So this page2 will become hyperlink. So when you click on this, it is going to open page2.html. In this, href means hyperreference. Let us understand with the programs. Page1.html, from page 1 we connect to page 2. Page2.html. Open browser. Create new text file. Let me save it as page1.html. We'll say in h3. This is page 1. We'll create one hyperlink. A href equal to page2.html, and we are giving the hyperlink as page 2. So when you click on this page 2 hyperlink, it connects to page2.html. Now, let me copy this piece of code. Create a new text file, paste it, and let me save this file as page2.html. So we'll go with the content. This is page 2, and we'll create a hyperlink page 1. So when you click on page 1, we'll connect to page1.html. So both the directions. Then you can open any file in browser. So I'm opening page 1 in browser. So we are getting, see, this is page 1, page 2 as hyperlink. So when you click on this page 2, it will open this page, page 2. If you click on page 1, it goes to page 1, page 1, page to both the directions. Hyperlinks are very, very important. We make use of hyperlinks more in our applications. Clear up to here? Any questions? Next one also very important. This also we use more in our applications. That is creating tables. A table is a collection of data in the form of rows and columns. What makes a table? It's a collection of data in the form of rows and columns. Let me elaborate using a diagram. So when you go with a table, it's collection of data in the form of rows and columns. Here we are going with the column headings like BNO, BName and price. This we call table headings. When you say heading, they'll be in bold. And every box we call it as cell here. And this 111 Java 500, 333 HTML 400, this we call table data or description. The data is not bold here. How to create tables is we use table tag. Use it to create a table. TR. Whenever we say TR, use it to create a table row. TH. Use it to create a table heading. Even we say cell and the content is bold. TD. Use it to create a table data. This is also to create cell, but the content is not bold. The difference between TH and TD is TH the content is bold, TH the content is not bold. Let us understand using the program. Table.html. Whenever you want to create a table, table tag. Here we create a table row. In the first row, we go with the table heading, book number, book name, and price. And under this first row, we go with the table data. Under book number 111, under book name, we'll say learn spring. Under price, we'll say some 800. We have to create a row for this. Whenever you want to create a new row, we use TR tag. Like that, we can create multiple rows. Let us change the data to let us open this file in browser. So we get the data see in tabular format. But we fill table only when you see border lines. How to draw the border lines is to the table tag. We use the attribute border and you can mention the size of your border. See, when we refresh, we get the table with borders here. So tables are very, very important. We use more of tables in our applications. Got it? Any questions? No. Let us move to the next one and last one. This is very, very important. In almost in all applications, we use this. That is HTML forms. A HTML form is used to accept user input. In order to accept user input, we go with forms. Form tag is used to create a HTML form. Let us understand using a diagram how the form looks. We'll go with the program. Let me open how the form looks. So this is how HTML form looks. Here this name, password, address, skill, location. This we call them as labels. Then here we go with a box that we call text field, where user can type the value in the text field. Then password, when you go with password, the characters what you type is not visible. Then address, we call it as text area, where it goes with multiple lines of text. Skills, C, C++, Java, we call them as checkboxes. Gender, male, female, we call it as radio buttons. So the difference between checkbox and radio is, in case of checkbox, it is multiple selection, whereas radio only single selection. Then location, a drop-down list where we can go with only single selection. Preferred locations, it's a list where we can select multiple using control key. And finally, submitting our form. To submit the form, let us design this code. HTML form.html. Whenever you want to create a form, we use form tag. Here we go with the label name, and we want to go with the text field. You can say input type equal to text. To break the line, PR. Next, password. For password, we'll say input type equal to password. Address. For address, we use text area. Text area. We can provide the number of rows and number of columns. Skills. For skills, we go with checkbox. Input type equal to checkbox. C. Input type equal to checkbox. C++. Input type equal to checkbox. And break the line. And gender. For this, we go with input type equal to radio. Male. Input type equal to radio. Break the line. Location. Location will say select. For drop down list, we go with select. And here we have to provide the list of options. And you expand what options to display. Option Hyderabad. Chennai. Okay. Then if I want to select multiple, I can select preferred locations. Preferred locations. I want to select multiple. Then we use select multiple. That's it. Just we access select multiple. Finally, a submit button. Input type equal to submit. Value equal to submit. Value means the content what you will display on the button, like OK, cancel, yes, no. The content what you want to display on the button, we say value attribute. Now open in browser. See, here we are getting the name where user can fill the name, password, some password, the characters are hidden, address, some address, multiple lines of text, skills where we can select multiple checkboxes, gender, single selection, location, a drop down list where we can select only one, and preferred locations where we can select multiple using control key, and finally submit. Nothing will happen because HTML is only static, only for presentation purpose. Now we are having problem with radio buttons, right? So it's selecting multiple. So when you take a web page, when you go with a web page may have group of radio buttons. This is one set of group, one more set of group, one more set of group. In this group, I want to select one. In this group, we want to select one. So how to make a group is by going with the names here. We have to go with the name of the radio button. Name equal to, we'll say some R1. For the second radio button also we'll say name equal to R1. When the names are same, then this will become a group. Now in this group, we can select only one now. See, now we can select only one option. So how to make a group here? By going with the names. Okay, so names are very important for your fields. So by using the names only, we read the data from your form. So that we'll be elaborating once I come to JavaScript. How to read the content and how to process our content, everything we discuss in JavaScript, and even once we come to advanced Java like servlets and JSP. Right? So please practice this, very important. So this is the basic prerequisite to enter into servlets and JSP, or even in future when we come to Spring MVC also, whenever we go with web applications, we are going to accept the input from user, or whenever you want to do some presentation onto the browser screen, we make use of HTML. Okay, right. Any questions, anyone? So in the next class tomorrow, we go with the next topic, CSS, and even we discuss XML and JSON. Thank you all.